Hello everybody, I welcome you to my ninth and final lecture on DC transients. So in today's lecture we shall see the derivation of series RLC source free and source driven circuits as well as parallel RLC circuits. We shall also solve some tutorials on these concepts. So I welcome you to my ninth and final lecture on DC transients. So in today's lecture we shall see about series and parallel RLC circuits, their derivations using differential equation method, and some tutorials on series and parallel RLC circuits. First let us see the derivation for series RLC circuits using differential equation method. So we have two types of series RLC circuits. One is source free RLC circuits and source driven RLC circuits. So let me first consider a source free series RLC circuit as shown in the circuit diagram. So let us assume initially some energy is stored in capacitor, that is the voltage across capacitor is some V0 and some initial current is flowing through the inductor I0. So we know the formula for voltage across inductor, 1 by C integral I dt is nothing but V0, and that is nothing but V of 0 or Vc of 0, and I of 0 is nothing but I0. So now applying KVL to this loop, so we'll get R into I1 plus L into di by dt plus 1 by C integral I dt is equal to 0. So if I differentiate this equation, I'll get d square I by dt square plus R by L into di by dt plus I by LC is equal to 0. So after differentiation this equation and dividing it by L, we'll get the fourth equation. So the fourth equation, as we know, is a second order differential equation, and we have two initial conditions, that is voltage across capacitor is V0 and current flowing through inductor is I0. So from the previous equation we can rewrite the expression as substituting I of 0 in this expression. I'll get R into I0 plus L into di by dt of I of 0. So instead of 1 by C integral I dt, I can write Vc V0. So the third equation I can rewrite as R into I0 plus L into di by dt of I of 0 plus V0 is equal to 0. So from this I can get the equation di by dt of I of 0 is equal to minus 1 by L into R into I0 plus V0, where I of 0 is indicated by I0. So let us consider this as fifth equation. So using those two initial conditions, that is equation 5 and as well as equation 2, let us try to solve the equation 4. So equation 4 I can write as S square plus R by L into S plus 1 by LC is equal to 0. So this quadratic equation is called characteristic equation of equation 4. So let us assume the roots to be S1 and S2. Then the roots of the above characteristic equation can be written as minus R by 2L plus or minus square root of R by 2L whole square minus 1 by LC. So let us consider alpha to be R by 2L and omega naught to be 1 by root LC. So in such case the above expression can be written as equation 10, that is S1 is equal to minus alpha plus or minus square root of alpha square minus omega naught square. from this expression we can say that we'll have three cases. One is alpha is greater than omega naught, alpha is equal to omega naught, and alpha is less than omega naught. So when alpha is greater than omega naught, that is the roots will be real and distinct in this case. So it is overdamped case. So the expression for I of t will be a1 into e power s1t plus a2 into e power s2t. So secondly, if alpha is equal to omega naught, that is roots will be equal, real and equal. So in that case, the response I of t will be nothing but a2 plus a1 into t into e power minus alpha t, where a1, a2 are constants. In the third case, in underdamped case, when alpha is less than omega naught, that is roots will be imaginary case. So in this case, the response will be I of t is equal to e power minus alpha t into b1 cos omega t plus b2 sin omega t, where b1, b2 are constants. So next, let us see the derivation of series source driven RLC circuits. So let us consider series RLC circuits which is driven by a source Vs. So on applying KVL, I'll get Ri plus L into di by dt plus 1 by C integral I dt is equal to Vs. So upon differentiating the above expression and dividing by L, I'll get d square I by dt square plus R by L into di by dt plus 1 by LC into I of t is equal to 0. So this is, I can write as a second order differential equation as s square plus R by L into S plus 1 by LC is equal to 0. So in this case also, the roots will be of the form minus R by 2L plus or minus square root of R by 2L whole square minus 1 by LC. So here also we'll have three cases. One is, first one, when R by 2L is greater than 1 by root LC, that is roots are real and distinct, I of t will be a1 e power s1t plus a2 e power s2t. In second case, when roots are real and distinct, that is R by 2L is equal to 1 by root LC, then I of t expression will be a2 plus a1 t into e power minus alpha t. And the third case, when roots are imaginary, complex, then that is R by 2L is less than 1 by root LC, then I of t will be e power minus alpha t into b1 cos omega t plus b2 sin omega t. Next derivation is parallel RLC circuit. So here also we have source free parallel RLC circuit and source driven parallel RLC circuit. First let us see parallel source free RLC circuit. So let us consider parallel RLC circuit as shown in the circuit diagram. So assuming the initial current through inductor is I0 and initial voltage across capacitor to be V0. Now applying KCL at this node, we have assumed the voltage to be V at this node. On applying KCL or nodal analysis, we will get V by R plus 1 by L integral V dt plus C into dV by dt, because the current flowing through resistor is V by R. The current flowing through inductor can be given as 1 by L integral V dt, and the current flowing through capacitor can be given by C into dV by dt, assuming all currents are leaving from that node. So differentiating the above expression and dividing by C throughout, we will get d square V by dt square plus 1 by RC into dV by dt plus 1 by LC into V is equal to 0. So this also we can write as s square plus 1 by RC into S plus 1 by LC is equal to 0. If S1, S2 are the roots of the characteristic equation, then I will get minus 1 by 2 RC plus or minus root over 1 by 2 RC whole square minus 1 by LC. So here also we have three cases. So if the roots are real and distinct, that is overdamped case, V of t will be a1 into e power s1t plus a2 e power s2t. if the roots are real and distinct, that is critically damped case, V of t is equal to a1 plus a2t into e power minus alpha t. If the roots are complex conjugate, then V of t is equal to e power minus alpha t into a1 cos omega t plus a2 sin omega t. So in all such cases, we will find the constants a1, a2 using the initial conditions that we have got in earlier cases. So derivation of parallel source driven RLC circuits. So let us consider a parallel RLC circuits which is excited by a current source Is. So on applying KCL to the node, you can see we can write as V by R plus I plus C into dy by dt is equal to I of S, where I is the current flowing through inductor, V by R is the current flowing through resistor, C into dV by dt is the current flowing through capacitor. We know voltage across inductor is L into di by dt. So substituting this in the first equation and differentiating the equation, we will get d square I by dt square plus 1 by RC into di by dt and plus I by LC is equal to IS by LC. So therefore this also is a second order differential equation, so whose response can be found out in three cases. When the roots are real and distinct, I of t is nothing but Is plus a1 e power s1t plus a2 e power s2t. If the roots are real and distinct, then I of t is Is plus a1 plus a2t into e power minus alpha t. If the roots are complex conjugate, that is underdamped, then I of t is equal to Is plus a1 cos omega t plus a2 sin omega t into e power minus alpha t. Let's solve some tutorials on series RLC circuits using differential equation approach. So here in this circuit has asked us to find the expression for I of t. So initially the switch is closed and at t is equal to 0 the switch is open. So initially for t less than 0, since the switch is closed, let us assume the circuit is in steady state. So when the circuit is in steady state, capacitor will act as open circuit. So when the capacitor acts as open circuit, I of 0 minus will be nothing but 10 divided by 4 plus 6, that is 1 amp. Since capacitor is open, this branch will not be considered. And voltage across capacitor, V of 0 minus is nothing but 6 into I of 0, which will be 6 volts, where I of 0 is the initial current through inductor and V of 0 is the initial voltage across capacitor. So for t greater than 0, as you can see, since t greater than 0, this circuit will not be connected since switch will be open. So I will be left with only source free series RLC circuit. So in that case, let us find the values of alpha and omega naught. We know that alpha is equal to R by 2L. So in this case it is 9 and omega naught is nothing but 1 by root LC. So on substitution of values I will get 10. So here as you can see, since alpha is 9 and omega naught is 10, alpha is less than 10. So the roots are complex conjugate. So the value of the response is underdamped. So the expression is I1 of t is equal to e power minus alpha t, where alpha is 9. So e power minus 9t into a1 cos omega t. So here after finding the roots, that is minus alpha plus or minus square root of alpha square minus omega naught square, omega d value I have obtained to be 4.359. So cos 4.359 into t plus a2 into sine 4.359 into t. So now let us find the condition using initial conditions. Let us try to find the values of a1 and a2. So we know that initial value I of 0 is nothing but 1. So substituting this initial condition in the above expression, so therefore I will get the value of a1. Since sine 0 is 0, so the second term will not be present. So cos 0 is 1, so e power 0 is also 1, so a1 value will be 1. With reference to the derivation of series source-free RLC circuits, we have obtained the expression, that is from equation 5 we can write di by dt at t is equal to 0 to be minus 1 by L into R into I of 0 plus V of 0. So substituting all these values that we have obtained, I of 0 we have obtained to be 1, R value is given as 9, V of 0 value is nothing but, in this case it is 6, so I of 0 is anyhow 1. So substituting all this value in the above expression, we will get di by dt at t is equal to 0 to be minus 6 amps per second. So differentiating the first equation with respect to t, so the differentiation of uv formula, if we apply, we will get this expression, minus 9 into e power minus 9t into a1 cos 4.360 plus a2 sin 4.360 plus e power minus 9 into 4.36 into minus a1 sin 4.360 plus a2 cos 4.360. So using the initial values that we obtained earlier, if we substitute in this equation, then we will get the value of a2, which is in this case to be 0.6882. So using the values a1 and a2, substitute in the expression, that is first equation, you will get the response of I of t in this sum. The second problem is asked us to find the expression for V of t and I of t. So initially the switch is closed, and at t is equal to 0 the switch is open. So initially for t less than 0, when the switch is closed, the capacitor will act as open circuit. So in this case I of 0 will be, since source is connected to the circuit, it is 24 by 5 plus 1, 4 amps. So the voltage across capacitor will be nothing but voltage across 1 ohm resistor. Since both are parallel, so voltage across resistor will be same as voltage across capacitor. In this case will be 1 into I of 0, which will be 4 volts. So when for t greater than 0, the switch is open. Even though the switch is open, the source will be connected, so it is source driven series RLC circuit. Here in this case alpha value is 2.5, omega naught value is 2. Since alpha is greater than omega naught, roots are real and distinct. So the expression will be V of t is equal to VSS plus a1 e power minus t plus a2 e power minus 4t, since the roots of the equation are minus 1 and minus 4. So using the initial conditions, we will try to find the value of a1 and a2. So we know that current flowing through capacitor I of 0 can be written as C into dV by dt, so which is equal to the value that we have obtained to be 4. So from this dV by dt is nothing but 4 by C, which will give me the value to be 16. So at t is equal to 0, if I substitute in this equation, then I'll get the value of dV by dt at t is equal to 0. So from equations 2 and 4, if I solve, I'll get the values of a1 and a2. So in this case, the expression V of t will be nothing but 24 plus 4 by 3 into minus 16 e power minus t plus e power minus 4t. So we know I is equal to C into dV by dt. So on differentiating the above expression and multiplying it by C, we'll get the response I of t is to be 4 by 3 into 4 into e power minus t minus e power minus 4t. So let us see some sums on parallel RLC circuits. So here also R, L and C values are given. The initial voltage across capacitor is given as 5 volts. Initial current to inductor is given as 0. They asked us to find the expression for V of t. So alpha value is 10 and omega value is also 10. Since the roots are real and distinct, we know the expression V of t will be A1 plus A2t into e power minus alpha t. So applying initial conditions, V of 0 value is 5, as we know it is given, so by which we will get A1 to be 5. So that is, substitute the values in the initial condition, that is dV by dt at t is equal to 0 plus. So on substituting we will get minus 100 amps per second. So on differentiating the first equation, we will get the expression minus 10 A1 minus 10 A2 into t plus A2 into e power minus 10t. So at t is equal to 0, if I substitute, I will get a equation in A1 and A2. So I know the value of A1, so on substituting the A1 value in equation 3, I will get the value of A2. So by that, I will get the expression V of t to be 5 minus 50t into e power minus 10t. So the last sum will be, so here also he has asked us to find the expression for I of t. Here we have a current source 4 amps and a voltage source 3 into u of minus t. So initially the switch is open and it is closed at t is equal to 0. So I of 0, when switch is open, as you can see, the current source value will circulate in this loop. So initial current through inductor will be nothing but 4 amps. So we know that 30 u of minus t will be equal to 30 when t is less than 0. Its value will be 0 for t greater than 0. So initially, when the switch is open, its value is 30 volts. So the voltage across capacitor will be, according to voltage division rule, if I apply, it will be 30 into 20 by 20 plus 20, since initially the capacitor is acting as open circuit. So since initially it is open, I will get a voltage source 30 in series with 20 and 20 ohms. So according to voltage division rule, I can find the voltage across capacitor, which is nothing but the voltage across the 20 ohm resistor which is connected in parallel to capacitor, which will give me 15 volts. So we have got the initial current and initial voltage. So for t greater than 0, the alpha value is 6.25. Omega naught value we have got to be 2.5. So here, since alpha is greater than omega naught, here the roots will be real and distinct. So S1, S2 values we have obtained. So therefore I of t in this case will be Is plus A1 e power minus 11.97t plus A2 e power minus 0.521t. So let us find the values of A1 and A2. So we know the Is value to be 4 and the initial value we have got I of 0 to be 4. So from that we'll get the first expression, that is A2 is equal to minus A1. Let us consider that as second equation. On differentiating the first equation, we'll get di by dt to be minus 11.97 A1 e power minus 11.97 t minus 0.52 A2 into e power minus 0.52 t. So at t is equal to 0, if I substitute, I'll get the value of di by dt at t is equal to 0, which I have written as third equation. So using the initial values that we have got, we have found the value of A2, which is 0.065. So inserting this value of A2 in second equation, I'll get A1 to be minus 0.065. So on substituting all the values in our original first equation, will give me the response for I of t, which is 4 plus 0.065 into e power minus 0.52t minus e power minus 11.97t. So this ends my lecture on source free and source driven series as well as parallel RLC circuits. Thank you.